Greetings once again. It's a pleasure for One Blood family to have an interview today with Empress Ayola. This is the first time that we're recording and interviewing a female artist. It's not just a regular female artist, it's a female artist of a heavy caliber. You see what I'm saying? So this is also the last interview that we're doing for this year. So what else can be better with Empress Ayola? Empress Ayola, thank you and give thanks for this opportunity for One Blood family to interview you.
Enough love, Terry, from One Blood family. Enough Rastafari blessings to one and all who are about to watch this interview, what we're about to do. It's a great joy because we met yesterday at the studio,
yes,
and it wasn't possible because of rehearsals to do it. And now you're right here after the show. It's a blessing.
Yes,
yeah.
Indeed, it's a blessing. Once again, I have seen her perform. The first time that I saw her in Milky Way, I was standing there like a little kid. I was like, I didn't even know what hit me. So when Esther called me and told me, Perry, you know who's gonna come here? Empress Ayola. I was like, okay, whatever it is, I will be there. I dropped everything. So what I try to explain to you, Empress, is that the amount of energy that you're putting out, a lot of people, they don't see it. What I wanted to ask you, can you explain what the fire that you have in you that you're putting out?
Well, you see, it's a zest and a zeal for Rastafari works. And, when I said that, I want me to think it's just all about, the meditation of saying that you're a Rasta, or to say you're a Bobo Shantinaya, Bindi, etc. It's not always just about that, because the concept of who is a Rasta and who is a Baaled now, is another thing when we blaze a fire upon right now. Because Baaled are wickedness and corruption, Rastafari liberty when you're dealing with righteousness, you know what I mean? And when I say now, fear, the zest and the zeal for Rastafari liberty, it's more than just being a singer. Because if it's not going to reach the world, you know what I mean, and touch the heart of people, open their eyes to the plights of others, whatever their needs are, their cries or their woes are, you know what I mean, from across the earth, wherever they are, see. And not only the plights and the needs, it's also to elevate and uplift, to nurture and teach the youth them, So this fire is to redeem I and I, who are now in this generation, because our parents who are of the older generation, them don't set in the ways. So it's very hard to change majority of them. So right now it's for I and I age group who have the knowledge or the experience in life to know the difference between right and wrong, to know the difference about good and evil, what someone is feeding through whether lyrical context or through a book or through the television or whatever form of media that it comes through. But with Rastafari works now, it's not a joke thing. It's not just get up and say, oh, blessed love and all about that. It's about to know that you're going to stand up for equal rights and justice. And when I say stand up, whatever the consequences, you're not going to let Babylon shut you up or nothing stop you. You're going to continue, but you don't have to sell your soul and you don't have to kill a one to be able to manifest Rastafari works. Manifesting Rastafari works is about the love, the teachings of Rastafari. Because enough don't know the teachings of Rastafari, King Selassie or Empress Menin, where he come from, when he manifests from on the earth, 1892, when he's crowned coronated king, 2nd of November 1930. At the same time he coronated Empress Menin. So the basic foundation of Rastafari, there's reasons why he does these things. And most of us just look at it for what is just on the surface. But at the time, it was to show balance and equality between man and woman. You know what I mean? So with that, for me, Rastafari work is not just about just the balance and equality on the earth between man and woman. It's about, organizing and centralizing, remembering to replenish Mama Africa, because that is the cradle of civilization. And if we forget Mama Africa, the world will go crumble. Remember I tell you, it's the true thing, the world will crumble. No matter which nation or creed, the world will crumble if we forget Mama Africa, the cradle of civilization. That is another thing. He never just set up, member founder of the OAU for nothing. He left that as a structure and a body and an embodiment to I and I. to let we know say, you know, amongst ourselves as nation, we have to organize. You know, we have to sit down and listen. It's not always about warring and saying, oh, I don't like what he said to me. Sometimes we don't. But if you sit down and you reason, you might get to understand what the next person is saying, whether you agree with them or not. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to war amongst yourselves. So all these petty things which we are doing that is totally unnecessary. Right now it's only Rastafari fire can clean it. Me don't see no other fire we can clean it. Because no for burn wildfire. And as Bob Marley said, we have to chase the crazy ballets them out of town. Because no have this thing here with them attack say, if you don't have natty on your head, you are no Rasta. And if you don't have, you know what I mean? Natty you're balling and red. But no, the whole of them judgment.
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's about, it's not, you know, you don't have to be learned, highly intelligent to have basic common sense and to have basic principle, the foundation of man that is governed by I and I, to be in tune with I and nature, spiritually. Once you're in touch with yourself, your creator and nature, you're at one and peace with the universe.
Yes.
You're over. So Rastafari fire is full of so many things. You know, the division between the nations, you know, simple things that people will argue about, even within Rastafari. So I and I fire is to cleanse his house first, and then we look at those who are outside of Rastafari to see how we can encourage them to get to know Rastafari liberty, to get to know what the foundation and basis of Rastafari is, what our goals and our purpose should be.
Nice.
Which is to repatriate I and I first within the mind. Because, you know, I and I always think of, you know, repatriation. But the only thing that we think of, you know, okay, we might think of Mama Africa. Many sing about it, Africa. So far, I know that I haven't reached there yet.
Okay.
For one purpose that, yeah, we did love to go to Africa. When I could have gone to Africa, I used that money to produce my album. And I don't regret it because now the people of Africa is here in Empress.
As you can hear, you can see, just a wise word from a strong Empress. Empress Ayola, you can see me trembling here. Because, yes, you know, it's just powerful to me. And it means a lot. Well, we come to the end of this interview. Do you have any final comments or words for wisdom for the youths out there and for everybody in?
Definitely. And you know, the other thing is, you see, Mama Earth, we have to remember the mothers, you know, because we are the creator also of civilization and we replenish the earth, you know. So we want to bless up the woman them out there from all nations. Don't forget, don't sell out your morality, your decency, your pride. Remember that without that you're nothing. You know, just like the chaff with your wind, drive it away. But you see, for the youths, them, youth and youth, remember, always have manners and respect to your parents, them, mama and papa, because it's because of them why you're here also, and the blessing of Rastafari. Remember that education is the key. Rastafari says higher education is necessary for man, your overs, so we can elevate with mind, to have a fruitful mind and an elevated spirit. So we mustn't forget that the teachings of Rastafari is important. So youth and youth, no leg of the ground crime, the gangs. We don't want none of that because we don't want to kill off with civilization to come. Rastafari, give thanks for the strength, Perry. Enough love, Empress.
Thank you.
Rastafari.
Thank you.